Never had you on the show, have we?
Nope.
Not since I've been host, because I know I was saying a little bit earlier that we've always gotten letters, you know, asking what's been up with you.
Yeah.
With Merciful Fate.
Yeah.
I just missed you in Milwaukee.
I know.
We were both up there for the Metal Fest. Did you get to see a lot of the bands played up there?
I got there a little late on that day when they were playing.
It's the thing they do every year. They have like 50 of the heaviest bands. And
yeah.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun. So tell me what's up with you right now. We've got Merciful Fate record.
Yeah, In the Shadows, Merciful Fate reunited. 4 out of the 5 original members are in there, and we really feel...
You have a new drummer now, right?
Yeah, Snowy Shaw from King-Diamond is going to do the tour for us.
Okay.
And the tour starts the 8th of September on the East Coast, and we start a week before rehearsing right here in New York. So we'll be here pretty soon, and it's...
Now, how long has it been since you played with Merciful Fate?
It's not been since '85 was the last concert. So there was a long time where we musically was not working together, but we always kept in contact because we're always good friends, you know. And so it was a little bit strange starting again because you didn't really know how the different people was feeling about, you know, when you start arranging songs and picking each other's songs apart and putting them back together, you know. But it felt like we'd just done the last album, Don't Break the Oath, a couple of days before. We joined again and started working. The chemistry was there immediately. It was unbelievable.
Great. When we come back, we're going to talk to King-Diamond. We're also going to be playing the new video for Egypt, which we played before on the Headbangers Ball, and I know you're going to dig it. So stick around. More Headbangers Ball with King-Diamond. Merciful Fate record is called In the Shadows, and King-Diamond of Merciful Fate is in the studio with us. Now, here's one question I have. You're doing the Merciful Fate stuff now. Are you still going to put out King-Diamond records?
Yes, definitely, yeah. We, Angela Rock and myself have written 11 songs for the next King-Diamond album. They're arranged, they're ready to be recorded. Our lawyer, who's from New York here, is going to start shopping a major deal for King-Diamond while we're touring Merciful Fate now. So hopefully we'll be able to get that deal before we finish touring this Merciful Fate album. Go straight into the studio and do the King-Diamond album.
Now, when you're recording or when you're writing songs, is there a certain song that you'll say, okay, this would be perfect for King-Diamond, or this would be perfect for Merciful Fate?
No, actually not, because I had all the stuff for King-Diamond written before we even started considering Merciful Fate. That's not even a year ago that we considered it and did the whole thing. So it went pretty fast, and we wrote brand new songs. The ones I wrote, I tried to stay away from the keyboard. There is though one song harpsichord pretty much through the whole way. But otherwise, I stay away from that because Merciful Fate is more guitar-oriented, more straightforward power. But King-Diamond uses any kind of instrument that will emphasize a certain mood. Plus, lyrical-wise, King-Diamond is more like storytelling, concept albums. Merciful Fate is individual songs. The makeup is going to be different. The live show is going to look different productions completely because, well, they are different and they should be different. And there's a lot of different songwriters involved too. In Merciful Fate, I only write 40% of the music. And so there's other guys doing the rest, and I write 75% of the King-Diamond stuff. So there's definitely a different style that's coming through with each band. Plus the arrangement of the whole thing is another thing that does.
Do you think a fan would be able to listen to a new Merciful Fate song as opposed to a new King-Diamond song and be able to tell the difference right off?
Yeah, I actually had proof of that because I heard a lot of people come up to us and say, my God, this sounds just like Merciful Fate used to sound, just with a better production. And they had expected it to sound at least half and half King-Diamond, Merciful Fate, you know, but I surely didn't want that because I want to keep the two separate because I feel there is a very clear difference there.
Well, right now we're about to play the video for Egypt. So is there anything you want to tell me about this video?
It deals with it's a very straightforward, very aggressive song all the way through pretty much, and it deals with Egypt, but it also deals with an out-of-body experience where a person is out of body, finding out that he's dead in Egypt, appearing in front of the court in the judgment hall in the old Egyptian gods, and really wants to find out.
Did you do any kind of research for this song?
Yeah, sure. And he finds out that he's about to be judged either to go this way or that way, and he really wants to find out, but also remembers that his body is lying there back home, and he's got to be back before it wakes up, because if it's not, he'll never come back to it.
Well, let's check it out. Here is Egypt from Merciful Fate. Rusty Cage and currently Soundgarden is out on the road with Blind Melon and with Neil Young, so you might want to check that tour out. And we're here with King-Diamond, and we're on the subject of the new Merciful Fate record. The new Merciful Fate record is in your stores. It's called In the Shadows. And right now I want to talk about a song, Return of the Vampire, which you have a special guest drummer appearing on that one.
Yeah.
Lars
Ulrich from Metallica joined us for 3 days in the studio in Dallas. We've been very good friends for a long time, you know, and we've been talking about jamming some old Merciful Fate stuff, you know, a lot of times, maybe just at a bar somewhere, you know, where nobody really would know of it. But he had 5 days off from Metallica. They were in Mexico City doing Hawaii Next, so they were off there, and he called me up and said, hey, what do you say, you know, we jam some old Merciful Fate in the studio and see what happens? Because it was not like, yeah, let's plan and do this and get it out. But he said, do rehearse Return of the Vampire quite a bit, you know. So we did that, and he came in, you know, it was unbelievable experience to play with him, because he has a very, very unique style, and we learned a lot from playing with him too, you know. And I guess that's the quickest drum track Lars has ever put down on tape, you know. It was so live, so spontaneous, and just a great feeling. It was such a natural high that normally when we get together, there's, you know, if a few beers go down, stuff like that. Here, over 3 days, the person that had the most beer was 2 beers. That pretty much shows what a natural high it was, you know. So it has a very lively sound to it, but a great rearrangement. We all contributed on it, the new arrangement, and it really turned out very heavy. So good that we all thought it would be great to have on the album as a bonus track.
Now, you've been around the metal scene for quite a long time. What are some of the major changes? I mean, now that you look at it, because it seems like this year, I mean, it seems like almost rock has almost died, sort of. It just seems like the scene is kind of phased down a little bit. I mean, what do you see?
Well, we're getting like an amazing response on the new album, which I have actually not seen before in the entire career. When it comes to the radio airplay we're getting on this album, it's like...
Yeah, I'm hearing the song Egypt on the radio a lot.
I'd never, you know, foreseen that, or things are really happening. There's a real buzz going on around this tour, you know, where Flotsam and Jetsam is going to be one of the openers, Anna Crucis is going to do some of the first gigs, and Cathedral is joining on the rest. It's going to be a very strong package going out there, and we just can't wait. Plus, we've been away for a while now, since we had the transition from changing record labels and all this stuff, you know, and now being able to do both King Diamond and Merciful Fate contractually, the whole thing is ideal for things. We've been away, so it's good to feel how much you've been missed by the fans out there, and that they're really ready for something of this kind of stuff now.
Okay, well, for those of you that want to know, I have a couple of the dates, because you are going out on the road.
Yeah.
And I know that September 8th, they're in Albany, New York, and September 9th, Boston, 10th, Brooklyn, 11th, Baltimore, skip 20th, they're going to be in Cleveland. Tell me about Halloween. What do you have planned? Because you can imagine this would be a sick show to see on Halloween night.
New York, Halloween.
So there you go. Plan on that, Halloween. Again, it's going to be Merciful Fate. And you maybe think there'll ever be a show like King Diamond and Merciful Fate, same thing? Kind of tiring, huh?
Tough on the voice. I've tried once in my career to do 2 shows the same night, and it's like I said, never again, so I doubt it.
Okay, well, there's a couple of the shows, and we'll be back with more Headbangers Ball, so stay tuned.